Hi, this is Kim from Kim Can't Stop Crafting, and I have a design team haul to share with you. It is for Country Craft Creations, the online craft store. However, she is opening up an actual store in Utah, so if you live in Utah, check it out. The first things I'm going to show you are some of the basic things that we usually use when we make albums. So every once in a while you have to replenish your stock. So let me talk first about this. This is her medium weight chipboard, and it's the 12 by 12, and it's very, even though it says medium weight, it's got a real strong, it's real sturdy, but it's not cheapy stuff. I mean, it's really nice quality. And sometimes when you get it, it's really rough around the edges. This is not. So 12 by 12 chipboard. If you are not familiar with her paper, her cardstock, it is just available at Country Craft Creations. This is her artisan cardstock, and there's a glare because of the light, because this is black, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there is a light. I want to show you the texture. It's not, you don't really feel the texture a whole lot. Let me get this out of here. That still doesn't help, does it? But it's a linen-based cardstock, and so it very rarely, sometimes if you're in a really cold, dry area, you might get a little bit of cracking, but on a very rare basis. This stuff is really great quality. So this is the only thing I use now. I used to go to different stores and buy their brand, but there's no comparison. This cardstock, I believe, is 84 pounds, something like that. And a lot of times the ones at the store is 65. I might be getting my numbers off a little bit, but it's somewhere in there. But these, the artisan comes in different colors. So if you go to the website, you'll see that she's got a white and a cream, some greens. So check out the cardstock if you have not. You will love it. Once you use it, I honestly don't think you're going to go back to using the other things. Here's another thing that once I started using, now I can't go back. It is such a time saver to use these score sheets when you're making an album for the covers. Instead of doing those individual strips all the time, these you just cut one big large piece and peel it and you're ready to go. So it's always nice to have some of these on hand. These are 8.5 by 11. They also come in 6 by 6, and then she has other types of score tape too. So this is one of the packages of score tape. Oftentimes I use the 1/4 or the 3/8, but every once in a while I need something larger. So I got the 1 inch. A lot of times I will do a 1 inch spine on my folios. So this is perfect to put that on your spine piece. Okay. I've been looking and making some of the Heartfelt Creations flowers, and I have a few more dies and molds, and so I want to start making some and having them just available for when I need them. And these are the mini prills, and you put them in the center of flowers. They come in different colors. This is the, I wonder if it's on here, mini pearl, I think, is it called mini pearls? I don't remember the color. Let me check let me see if it says, yeah, it's just called Mini Pearls, M-I-N-N-I-E, Mini Pearls. But they're really small, and you just use art glitter glue in the center of your flower, pour some of these in and let them dry. So I'm anxious to try these. Check out the different colors on her website. So those are some of the things that I use as a staple. So let me show you some of the paper that I received to work with. So this is so vibrant and so pretty. This is called Life is Beautiful, and this is the 12 by 12, and this is the 8 by 8. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the 8 by 8. It's just a little bit easier, but this paper is stunning, and the color is vibrant as all get out. But it says Life is Beautiful, and it has sayings and quotes all over. So I think this would be good for somebody who just got a new job, somebody who graduated, someone who's going through a rough time. I think this would be really cool. So this is the page that shows you what all of the designs look like, and there are some cutouts also. So a lot of people use this also in their crafting. They don't throw that away. But here are the cutouts. So the 12 by 12 is exactly the same, just larger. Now I hope you can see how vibrant these are. But some of the things that these say: believe you can, all you need is love, be the reason someone smiles today, create, inspire, nothing is impossible, you will never regret being kind. So I think that's really cool. And then on the back, then you have a pink, different shades of pink with hints of white and some black. But it's really, really, I keep saying vibrant. I don't know how else to describe it. It's very pretty. These are the cut-aparts. This light, I need the light, but it's kind of making a glare, isn't it? Let's see if that works. Not really. So this has this one goes this direction, and it has a dragonfly, and the other half is a saying. They whispered to her, you cannot withstand the storm. She whispered back, I am the storm. Not all who wander are lost. Stand a little taller. A kind word is like a spring day. Intelligent, strong, and amazing. She has fire in her soul and grace in her heart. And strong women don't wilt, they bloom. So very cool sayings. And then on the back here, look at that cute flower and the hearts. Very whimsical looking. But the colors are really pretty all together. So you get 2 of those. This says find joy in the journey. Now you're going to get 3 sheets of the regular papers. I am really sorry about that glare. Maybe that's better. No, we'll see. The hot air balloons, you're going to see shades of green, blue, shades of pink, some gold. It really is beautiful. And then on the other side, you have this really pretty stripe. Love that one. This says set your course and soar. So we have airplanes and like the mountains or hills, and there's specks of gold on top. And then you have another stripe. So this one I think would be good for a male. The colors are a little bit more, I guess, masculine with the planes, and then this side also. So that would be a good one to use for a little card or album or something. So here's one like the cut-aparts that I showed you, the dragonflies. And then on the other side we have dragonflies also, but it's the colors are just mainly the white and the shades of blue. Isn't that pretty though? So there's a lot going on this one. Your eye doesn't know where to go. There's so much to look at. There's butterflies here. There's like a marbly background that has some gold flecks on it. This says, with brave wings she flies, but who can't use butterflies? And then here it is without any butterflies. Isn't that beautiful? Looks like marbly paint look. Love it. This is fun. It's kind of a chartreuse color. Be the reason for someone smiles today. Real fun flowers. And on the back, look at that. I love that. This reminds me of like paisley, flowers, leaves. I think that's super cool. Stand a little taller. There's a floral background. It almost looks like a firework, but it's a floral pattern. The Empire State Building scattered around. And then there it is without the building. This could be used on male. Look, that would go good together too. So I don't want you to think that this is just a paper pack for females. That's not true. There is a lot of female type patterns, but you can also use it for the men in your life. Into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Look at how pretty those trees are. Very rich looking. And there's a pretty, look at all those different colors, those squares. And then the last one in the collection has hearts on it. It says, start each day with a grateful heart. And on the back then is just the hearts with no sayings. It's very pretty paper. I think you're going to love it. For a friend, but that's the 8x8, and again, it also comes in the 12x12. So there are some there's some paper that you might want to get as accent colors. This is the My Colors cardstock. So this is the Caribbean Sea. Let me find one that would go good with. That one maybe. I think there's another one I had in mind. That looks good together. You want to make sure you use some solids when you're doing your albums, just so it's not too loud. This color of the My Colors cardstock is called Mint Julep. That one. That goes real well together. It's hard to tell on my camera. Oh, look at that one. That is awesome. Oh, I don't think you can see how green this paper is. I don't know if that helps, but beautiful. And the other color then is this blue color. And there's lots of papers that would go with this one too. So on the Country Craft Creation, or the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations Facebook page, there's a files tab, and with the collections that are exclusive to Country Craft Creations, there is a file that tells what colors match when you're purchasing. So that's very helpful if you need a solid to go with it. All right, so that's one collection I'll be working with. And the other one is, tried to take them out of the paper, the wrap, so it didn't make so much noise. So when I saw this, I knew right away I had to have it. All right. This is the Victorian Teacups, and it is gorgeous. Florals, teacups, a French feel, a garden feel. It's super pretty. So there are double-sided pages in here also. This is the 12x12, so this would be great for fussy cutting, or if you have a scan and cut, or even if you just want to do like the oval around it, you don't have to do all the intricate cutting. It has Victorian teacups, sweet tea, Earl Grey, tea please, time for tea. And on the other side you have music notes and sheet music. There are 3 of those. Then here is another fussy cut page, or if you have the Brothers Scan and Cut. Jen Palmer on the design team did a video about using the scan and cut on like stickers and stuff and how to get that border. So you might want to take a look at her channel. But here's some different florals and teacup patterns, a little birdhouse. And on the back you have like a watercolor splash. So now we get into some of these patterns that you're just going to drool over. This floral arrangement in the corner. Down here you have another floral arrangement with the teacups. You've got some print in the background. Isn't that really pretty? If you had like a women's tea for church or something. And then look at those beautiful flowers on the back. They just jump out at you. Here we have another design. Remember, with these collections, Tammy gives you 3 of each. Most the other ones just give you 2. So it's nice to have that third paper. And here we have the back. It's just gorgeous. This dragonfly is very pretty. Let me get it closer so you can see it. Isn't that pretty? It's teal and violet. So just more flowers and teacups. You can never have too many. And then we have that watercolor feel with birds and, is that cherry blossoms maybe? And this one. Now the flowers, instead of being in the corner and down here, we have them opposite corners. The teacups over on the right hand side. And you see this element here that adds a little bit of interest. And like a tussy mussy, and that you call those cone things with the flowers in it. So this side is more vibrant. This side is a little bit more muted. And here we have a nice centerpiece. Depending on how large you make your album, that could be, you'd have to, use the center of the paper, but if you had like an 8x8 book, that would be a great centerpiece for your cover. And more birds and tea and flowers. Oh, I love the pansy. It's very bold. Look at how bright that is. It's just gorgeous. That's really pretty too. It's the more muted side, but it's very elegant looking. 2 left. So here is the second to the last one, a bowl of berries. We have our flowers, teacups. I keep saying the same thing. Even though they have the same things on them, you guys, they have a totally different look. Each one is a little bit different. We've got our bird here, butterfly. I love this because there's purples in it. Sometimes it's hard to find papers with good violet colors. And here's our last one. This would make a great junk journal. That might be the route that I go. So Sandy Trefker is also a design team member of Country Craft Creations, and she has used this, and she did make a junk journal if you want to take a look at her channel and see how she used it. But I will be making projects with these papers. Now, I wanted to focus on the purples and the pinks. Those are my colors. So I went ahead and looked at that file in the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations file, and I wanted to get some papers that would correspond. So this one I think goes well with this. Now, it is a glimmer paper. This one is called Cranberry Zing. I think that looks really sharp with that. Another color is Frosty Pink. So like I said, I'm a pink person. So let's see what this one looks like with a different paper. Trying to find one that has a little bit more lighter pink. Actually, it would go good with this. Probably hard to see on camera though. Let's see. Goes well with this. And then the last one, which is my favorite, is this purple color, violet. It is called Amethyst Jewel, and it goes with all of them. It's so pretty, and I like that glimmer. So let's look at one more with this one. Even the back side, I don't like it with that one. It just accents all the paper. I mean, it's going to go with pretty much all of them because there's a splash of purple in all. This one had that really pretty dragonfly, and there's lavender on the teacups. That goes well. So I feel super excited to work with these paper collections. You know, I'm thinking that I'm not going to use a whole lot of embellishments because I do want the paper to be the focal point. When I use the papers, the Victorian Teacups paper, if I do a junk journal, my goal is to use more vintage type things, some laces and some ephemera pieces that I might have, but I'm not going to do a whole lot with the flowers. The flowers are on the paper, so I don't really want to add a whole lot more. So I might go to a flea market or a vintage antique store and see what I can find to go with this, because I think that would be cool. And the Life is Beautiful, I'm going to think on that one a little bit. I'm not really 100% sure what I want to make. I know one thing will be some sort of folio, and maybe I'll make an album too. I don't know. But check these out at countrycraftcreations.com. You will love, love, love the selection of papers that she has right now that are exclusive to her store. So thank you so much, and please subscribe if you haven't. We always do free tutorials for the Country Craft Creations store. And so when you come back, you're going to see a lot of different things from a variety of different designers. So thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.